Hello folks, Sam Owens, and I have a review for a product. This time it's Rayfoto 4K dash cam with a rear 2K cam that will show a view behind you and where you're driving together. Okay, we're going to open this up and see what we get. Nice box right off the bat. Has a real good quality look. It's a vacuum there. Okay, now, little phone. The old user manual, which is all important. And then right here in foam, encased in foam, is the front camera. And this is the way it goes. And there's an adhesive which it would mount on the windshield. And there's the camera, which can angle up and down, and it's got buttons along there, and it looks like a power button right there, and memory card, a microphone, and a reset location. And right here are two ports. This is the USB port to power up the front camera, and this is for the rear camera, a type C, which there'll be a cord that'll go here all the way to the back windshield where you'll mount the rear camera. So let's put this here, pull this out, and right in here is a little hole that pulls this part out. Okay, and then we open this up and let's see what we got. Okay, right here appears to be the camera, the rear camera. It's all sealed in plastic. No, it's a Ziploc. Let's just open it up and see what it looks like. Okay. Now here is extra little adhesive, double-sided, and there's one on it. So you have an extra one in case something happens. And it looks like this is we'll investigate that, but it looks like they give you plenty of cord here to reach from this Class C, which will go right here, and it goes either way like that. And let's see, so this will mount on this side. Okay, and this is another thing, is depending on which side that you have to take the power off. You don't want the cords crisscrossing if possible. But anyway, there's the rear camera, and it's right there. Okay, so let's see what else we got. Alright, looks like a little tool, and this is probably going to help with putting the wires going back to the back, and also the power cable. Here's the power port, and so this will give power to the front camera. And this is a tool that will allow you to lift up the molding, the rubber molding that goes around the windshield and the side molding, and that'll be great. And there's also little clips here, it looks like. So all kinds of little things in there to help you mount these cables and kind of hide them a little bit. So that's pretty much the whole thing. Let's see if there's something else here, right here. And this looks like it's a cover that went on there, because this is a touch screen and you can protect it with this little cover. Okay, plastic cover. All right, that's what you get. And now the next thing will be to get familiar with the user manual, and then I will go over the installation into my 2020 Mini Cooper. Coming out of the box, it's ready to do basic recording front and back, so you don't really have to do anything, and you could have a working system. But if you want to get the top performance out of it, you may want to set some of the parameters. As we proceed through the video, I'm going to try to point out some facts and information about the camera, up on the right hand side when appropriate. So watch for it and pause if you need to read some of the information or get a clear view of what we're trying to point out. It comes with a TF card, a memory card of 32 gigs right there. And so you can put I would suggest at least a 64. You can go to 128, I think, and it's all set to go. Now, one other thing that I found out is this right here is a slide. In other words, right here you can take your finger and slide this off. So once you mount this on your windshield, you can take the camera off without having to take this off. I'm going to use my little jump charger here with the adapter in it, and I'm getting power from it. Now, one of the things is right here, this is adjustable for the angle of your windshield, depending on which way it is, because your windshields are not straight. If it were, you'd be aiming right straight down. We have touch screen and we have these touch buttons here. Now these touch buttons, I'm going to show you, give extra features that you don't get in the touch. Right now there is the rear camera and here is the front camera, and you can change these. If you want to change that, you have to go, this is what you have right here, and you need to touch that, and now you just have a front view. Touch it again and you have just a rear view, and again you have both. So you have three options there: front, both, and rear. And now to get that, this changes if you push this right hand record button. Right there is a record button, and you notice it went to a microphone, lock, snapshot, and record. Now if you go over here and tap that, it turns off, it's on, but now you don't have the microphone. To get the microphone, you've got to come over here and you get a different selection. So this right here gives you a different setup. Right here is the record button. Okay, it doesn't do it from there. If you do it there, stop, it just stays in that one place. Well, no, it's going. It did earlier. If you do this, okay, but you can push some of these other buttons. Now that is a mode button right there. That will do it. And there is your memory card. And so you have these buttons down here that each do a different thing. And so like if you want the lock screen, you go over here and there, that would lock that recording if you didn't want it to record over. Okay, turn her off, and then you have option for that. Okay, now let's go through the items in the setup. And here you have resolution. I'm not going to go through each one. Each one is self-explanatory, and it's in the book. And you can select English is outlined and go back to normal. If you want dual camera, right here, you can select them just the rear. And then when you go back, it'll be just rear. So you can select it from that point. Okay, this is both. So you have an option there. And just go right on through on G sensor. That is good for 24-hour surveillance also. You park the car, leave the camera on. It's not recording, but if something bumps the car or somebody's trying to mess with it, it will start recording and you could capture whatever was happening. So that's good. And there's some other things here, but we're gonna move on. And to format the card, this is what you need to do when you first get the camera. Go to this location if I do it right now, it's going to delete anything that I've done, so I don't want to do it right now. So I go back to normal. Okay, and speech, you can say record video and it will do it. Let's go back. Screen on, screen off, open recorder. These are all things that will respond to your voice, and it's on. Okay, we will go back to the beginning. Okay, it's not recording. I'm going to say record video, and it started. You can't voice stop recording, but you have to touch it like that. Okay, and like I say, if you want to lock a file, you have to go down here and click this button right here, and then you can lock that or take a snapshot. Okay, so I like this setup. Okay, now that pretty much concludes that. We're going to go for a test drive and you'll see what it looks like. Okay. Okay, there's a full view of the back, and here is the rear view and the front view together, and here is just the front view. And as we go down the road on our test drive, we'll see how that works. Okay, let's go. Let me buckle up. Okay, you're getting a full view, and I'm going to record video. There, it started recording, as you see. Okay, and the red lights are on. I'm hoping you're going to see that. Okay. Alright, we're just going to go on a short drive just to give you a little, I can't help that the camera's moving. Alright, we're rolling and you're seeing what we've got there. Now I can refresh it by just touching. There you go. And it's still recording, and it will record until I turn it off. And right now I'm not going to mess with it because you shouldn't mess with the camera while you're driving. And the main thing, this is to protect you in case of an accident. You want the video to show that you are doing everything correct. Okay, I'm going to go left here, and you can see a nice photo there, or actually video, and you can take photos like a shot. Okay, and as I showed before, if you want to change the picture and the screen to just a full view of the front, you've got to turn the recording off in order to do it. So I wouldn't advise doing this while you're driving. Just drive and enjoy the drive and let the camera do its work, and I think you'll be just fine. These dash cams were just meant to be protection for in case of an accident. You've got a document. Looks like it defaults after a minute. It's just going to give you the time up there, and you don't really need to be looking at it because you see a full view of where you're going, so it should just operate behind the scenes here. You're going to like these dash cams, and the memory card, you can take it out and put it into your computer and review all of the video. Now, one thing, if you lock a video, the only way you can delete it is from the computer. And trying to delete it from the dash cam, it does not allow you. And they don't want you accidentally deleting a locked video. So I'm just telling you that if you lock the video accidentally and you want to get it off, put it in your computer and you can delete the files. That is pretty much it. I want to show you how to use that tool again on the passenger side, and you'll be able to make a nice installation of putting the cord behind the weather stripping. Okay, let's go look at that. Now, these are little clips that hold this into places like along the windshield or what have you, so you can get inventive and use those. But this little tool right here is going to be great for just taking this, and you can just slide this along and then just slide that right in there like this. Okay, I'm not going to do the whole thing, but you can see that if you work it around, you can do it. Okay, there it is. And it'll only go one way. The wire has to come out from that side. If you turn it around, it's going to be upside down, the video will be. So just keep that in mind when you mount it. The wire from inside the car has to go out the right side. And you can move the camera up and down to get the best view. Okay, it rotates. Okay, folks, you see how you can mount this, and it's very simple. Just pull it out of the box and you can mount it, but I would bench test it first to be sure you understand all the features and how to operate them, and it'll be much easier then. When you mount it, you'll know exactly what to do and you can do it. Right there's that full view, and I can put it back my rear view along with the front view, and you select the way you like to drive. But hey, don't pay attention to this. Keep your eyes on the what's in front of you, and don't worry about this, and use it as security for if something ever happens, you're recording it. Like a tire comes off of the vehicle in front of you. Hey, you got it. Okay? All right. Thanks again for watching. Till next time.